Joe, how is it just going so far? Just these early days, getting in, acclimated with this group and what you're seeing out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously loved the experience so far. Obviously, the only difficult part for me is not having my family with me. But obviously, apart from that, to come into a group, obviously I knew Mike and Rudy, but to come into a group that's kind of did what they did last year and try to build on that and be a part of it. It's a great group of guys, great coaching staff, the people around the team. Apart from it snowing yesterday.
Get used to it.
But no, I've really enjoyed it. It's been a good experience.
It looks like a group that is still learning each other. How do you just feel like the chemistry and cohesion is coming along that way? And
I think like
figuring each other out?
Off court, it's great. Obviously, like we've got a great group of guys that get along and obviously are trying to do the right thing by what Finch wants. And I think in general terms of them, like it does take time. It's always going to take time. Obviously, the sooner the better that you can figure it out. But obviously, with Julius and Dante, have like two pretty big pieces of what we're trying to do is that main group of guys. It does take time. It's different playing with Julius, it's different playing with Dante, and for Rudy and Dante, like all those different lineups. So obviously, the sooner the better, but it's always going to take a little bit of time.
When you enter a game, I mean, how are you looking to impact right away?
I think trying to get others involved is what I've always tried to. I mean, even starting in Utah, my first thing was to try and get Donovan and Rudy and all these guys the ball and just try and make it easier for those guys. I think that's what I've been able to do in my career, and then obviously spacing the floor. Regardless if I get it or not, I know if I'm in the corner, they're probably not going to leave me. So giving that space for whoever's out there, just try and make that impact of that, of trying to get guys involved, and if I get a shot, shoot it.
Coach has been talking about how he's trying to get to 9 and maybe even a little bit to 10 eventually. Yeah. Is it hard to find a rhythm when you're on short minutes? Like
I mean, obviously new team, new system, and then pretty short stint. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. I'm 37 playing in the NBA and still getting to do what I've loved to do, and I feel good. Body feels good. Obviously, mindset of just trying to figure out. Obviously, like for me, it's different too. Trying to figure out the guys and whole new offense, whole new defense. Like it's a lot when you are kind of brand new into something. But it also helps when you've got a great group of guys that support and I couldn't speak highly of enough of the guys around the team and the coach, everyone around. Just it's been a really fun month, kind of whatever it's been, 6 weeks for me. So. Obviously, everyone wants to play as much as possible. We're also a really good, deep team, and however those minutes come, I'll do my best out there, and if not, I'll sit there and cheer the guys that are in.
Different team, different systems, as you just talked about, but some familiarity with Mike and Rudy. Rudy especially, you've had some great connections in the early going. What is this like to pick it back up with him as a team?
Yeah, I think it was just natural. I mean, we played God knows how many pick and rolls with each other for 8 years in Utah, and I think like the first one we played in the game was a alley-oop. That it was just a natural. He knows where and what I want to do, and I know how he wants the ball and where to catch, like in good positions to get it to him. And so yeah, I mean those two, Rudy and Mike, have definitely made it easy to transition into it, like being able to speak to them, and obviously knowing Mike and his family and the kids, and our kids are in the same school in Utah, so like there's the connections to be able to communicate and ask questions and do that's very, very easy. And then obviously on court, obviously with Rudy for me is extremely easy. And then now it's obviously getting accustomed to playing with Ant, playing with Julius, and all these other guys. So like I said, it's been fun though.
Mike, before the season, kind of compared your personality to Ant's. What are your thoughts on being compared personality-wise to Ant?
I'm like double his age, so I don't know if that counts. I think we're both talkers. Like we're both loud and we're both talkers, and obviously this is the only month I've been around him, kind of thing. But I think like me, like he really enjoys what he's doing and what we get to do, and obviously he's really good at basketball too, which helps. But he really enjoys it. Like loves working out. He gets his extra stuff in. He obviously plays at a high level and hasn't lost that fun that probably why we all started playing. Like we enjoyed it as kids, and I'm the same. Like that's why I still keep hanging around now because I still enjoy it. I still love being around the group, and obviously Phil. I know I'm not Joe from Utah 10 years ago, but I still feel like I can help and impact. And until that kind of joy goes away, I'm gonna keep annoying you guys until someone doesn't hire me anymore.
Do you feel like you're the funniest one on the team? Get the best jokes?
I don't know. I'm not like. I mean, I don't like. I'm not going to go home after this and rank the team of like if I'm the funniest or not. But I enjoy having fun, and I think that's what you're in a good team and good group of guys. Like it's fun to be around every day. It's easy to be around. My wife and kids are probably excited that I'm not like annoying them every day because I'm the same. Everyone always asks me if I'm the same at home, and my wife would. She definitely gets annoyed sometimes because I don't shut up. But no, it's a like genuinely one of the best groups I've been around. And I've been lucky to play with like my national team's always going to be number one, but those Utah teams and like I've been on some good teams, but this group of guys is pretty special. So it's been fun.
Joe, you know, we've had another Australian here with the Lakes, Alana Smith.
Yep.
You know, Cheryl had spoken about just kind of what it's like having an Australian on the team, that they bring a certain...
Is it good or bad?
A certain toughness. I just wonder, you know, have you noticed something with Australian players that they just play a certain way? Or
I think, like when I first was experiencing it, like I think Bogut was the only one over here originally, kind of whatever 15-year, whatever draft he was. And then it was kind of like Paddy and Delly and Baines. I think we've got a stereotype. Like I think you're always going to have more than not. Like we're all pretty good people. So having them like locker room guys and stuff like that. I think majority of the time, it's a group that like we try and play the right way, try and add to like the better of the team. It's not usually individual. It's kind of the way we grew up in Australia, playing like that team concept of basketball. And I mean, it's definitely, I think Bogut, obviously, and Paddy, all these guys made a name for Australians, being able to do what we do, and the door was opened and we all came rushing through. Now you're stuck with us, so screw you all.
Joe, for Julius and Dante who are playing with Rudy for the first time,
yeah.
like what's kind of keys for new guys just getting to know how he does things and like how to maximize each other?
I think time, obviously, a bit of time is always going to. I still remember, like early on in Utah, someone giving me a stat of like 80% of my turnovers were me trying to throw to Rudy. So it's just getting that like. That's nothing on Rudy. It's just like that rhythm of like, where does he want the ball? Does he want to bounce passes? Does he want it up high? And I think Dante's throwing him a couple of alley-oops, like one he finished, one he caught down. Like, so it's just finding that rhythm of like where he wants it, how he wants to catch it. So I do think like obviously him and Kat had a good relationship in that little 4-5 pick and roll, and Julius can obviously pass the hell out of the ball too. So it'll take time, but I think that obviously the more they're out there and the practices and all that, it'll become natural and pretty easy for them once they get on the same page.
Is Halloween hard or easy for you to last?
I had a great Halloween.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My kids were trick-or-treating in Florida in 80-degree weather or whatever it was, came home sweating. Nobody knocked on my door because I'm in an apartment, which was great. I heard my doorbell in Florida go off about 1,000 times. So, no, it was good. We had a little team thing the night before, which was cool. And, yeah, see my kids when I see my kids.
what were the kids this year?
My youngest was Bluey.
Oh,
And then my twins were, my boy was Stormtrooper. He's obsessed with Star Wars. And my daughter was Wednesday Addams from
Nice.
Adam Sherman. So they get into it.
Good stuff.